Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode where nothing is easy. Warriors and wenches, how are y'all doing? We have another hard rant for you. Like I said, I had two. This is the second one right here. This one is in regards to Ubisoft and their new harassment, sort of anti-harassment rules that they're setting up for when Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out. This is by 80 levels. I never heard of them, but I think their website is pretty clean, it's too white for my, it's too white. I don't know if I could change the color, but we're gonna check out this this information right here. We're gonna go ahead and read it. I want to see what this whole anti-harassment campaign that they're gonna do when the game comes out. Let's read it together. Let's go. Ubisoft is ready to sue players for harassing Assassin's Creed Shadows developers. Reportedly, the studio has an entire team monitoring Twitter posts and YouTube videos. They're also looking at Reddit posts as well. Now, I have a lot to say, but we're gonna read a couple of the paragraphs and then we'll go in. Okay, I have a lot to say. Assassin's Creed Shadows undoubtedly one of the most divisive and controversial video games in recent years. True. It's set to launch in just 3 days, and the entire internet, both those looking forward to the game and those critical of what they've seen so far, is buzzing with anticipation, albeit for different reasons. The game's developer, Ubisoft, whose disastrous 2024 is widely regarded as the worst year in its history, really is. Have you seen their stock? And whose future might depend on the success of the new Assassin's Creed installment, is also gearing up for the release, reportedly enlisting a special team to shield Shadows developers from the imminent wave of criticism by any means necessary, including taking legal action. Now, here is my take on this whole situation. I think when it comes to death threats to the individuals, and when it comes to, I said this before, I've said this before, right? Anyway, when it comes to death threats, and when it comes to people actually following developers and harassing them, going to their emails and DMs, I will agree with you that it's harassment, and those death threats, I could see people taking legal action. However, I have a difficult, first of all, I don't think they have the money for this. You see what I'm saying? How do you control that? This is the internet. There are millions, billions of people looking on the internet. How do you control millions and millions of people and figure out who can see what? I think and also another thing, what constitutes as harassment to you? That's the biggest one. Because I'm just like, well, I don't like this game because you just put a black person on here just for some DEI initiative, and you actually had a really good story, which was pertaining to the Japanese people. And then you send that guy a fucking, you send that guy the fucking papers. Is that what we're talking about? Or where's your goal posting? Where are you goal posting? Because that is very concerning. Because with Ubisoft, you don't fucking know. You just don't fucking know. Now, this sucks because most of us will just be like, we ain't gonna fucking play that game. I'll wait for a sale. I'll play the game. Or normal stuff. You're always gonna have people that dislike the game, but you're always gonna have people that also like the game. That low amount of people that will do crazy shit like they did with Last of Us Part 2, I could see you talking to them, but how do you moderate that is my issue. Because if I remember correctly, you can only go so far. Like, you can ban them, you can block them. I mean, what can you do? I think the only way you can actually make legal action is unless they're in front of your front house or something like that. I don't know where you're moving towards that, because there's different set of rules for an online space. We're talking Twitter, we're talking Reddit, we're talking YouTube. This is the thing where I'm just like, well, Well, those sites have their own set rules. So I don't know, how do you constitute like Ubisoft using their money, which I don't know why they would do this. This sounds very expensive. You know what I mean? There's thousands upon thousands of Ubisoft employees. So I'm just like, well, how are you going to take care of that? You got money for that? I've seen the Ubisoft stock. Where are you getting the money for all these lawyers? So we're just going to keep on reading and find out what the hell is going on. In an interview with the French media outlet, this is French. Okay, of course. Of course. All right, let's talk to the okay, I'm not going to say anything. A Ubisoft employee who remained undisclosed revealed that the company has an anti-online harassment plan. Okay. Well, no, I'm going to keep on going because I have a lot to say. Prepared for a Shadow's release. Reportedly, the company has a dedicated team on standby, monitoring networks such as Twitter, YouTube, and Reddit, and ready to act quickly in case of a targeted attack. Targeted attack? What do you mean, though? Offering psychological and legal support to employees who may be targeted. Apparently, Ubisoft is so concerned about backlash that it has even advised developers not to post on social media that they work at Ubisoft to avoid harassment. I guess that's fine. I guess that makes sense. Perhaps the most surprising detail, however, is the employee's claim that lawyers are already prepared to file complaints in the event of confirmed harassment situations. And as is often the case with statements like this, the wording raises questions about what Ubisoft actually considers to be harassment. That's what I mean. What do you consider to be harassment? Where are you going with this? And here's another thing. What if somebody played Assassin's Creed, used their own money to buy your game, and said this game sucks? That's a good one. They just gave you guys $70+ because I know you guys really want to make your games $100. I know you do. They paid $70+ to play your game, and they said it sucks. Are you going to file a complaint on that individual? How does this work? Or better yet, what if that person says the game sucks online and people berate that person? Are you gonna help that individual? The person that's being berated by people like, well, you didn't play the game right, so you're a loser and you should get, you should get graped. There are losers on the internet that say this stuff. Like I said, I can understand the death threats and the harassments. I can understand that. But I don't know what they mean by considers harassment. While any reasonable person agrees that threats of violence and similar behavior are unacceptable and should be dealt with accordingly, it's clear that some are worried that Ubisoft might also classify harmless online trolling and criticism of Assassin's Creed Shadows and its creators as harassment and use the lawyers as an intimidation tactic, which would be equally unacceptable. It's important to note that as of now, the existence of this team is based solely on a single anonymous source and has not been officially confirmed or denied by Ubisoft. So this could all just be up in the wind. By the way, 80 level. This is a really good unbiased sort of, journalist. I like this. So what are your thoughts on Ubisoft's new initiative to combat harassment? How do you think they will define harassment? Do you believe this approach will make a difference? Let us know what you think in the comments below. I think they're gonna backtrack on this because they know this will cost way too much fucking money. This sounds like a lawyer's wet dream. If I'm looking at this correctly, every time a lawyer finds something that's like valid for like what they consider well, they got to be careful because they don't want to spend money or go on a case that's not going to go anywhere. You see what I'm saying? Somebody says like, yo, this game sucks and the Ubisoft developers look ugly. and they have nose rings and shit. Well, they can't really, depending on where you're going. Also, is this placed in France, Canada, Montreal? Where are you gonna take this case at? There's so many variables where I'm just like, I don't think they have the resources for, I don't think they got the money for this. And by the way, since I guess we're gonna just test this whole harassment thing out, I had a look at the game, Assassin's Creed Shadows. The dialogue is boring and dry. The graphics are kind of nice. The combat is so one-dimensional, a fucking clown can do it blindfolded. Some characters are just controversial. Why is there a fat Asian bitch as a sumo wrestler? Where the fuck did that come from, bitch? Are you serious? Look that shit up. I saw that shit. Unfucking-believable. It seems like Ubisoft is on a fast track to becoming Chinese, because Tencent's looking at Ubisoft, and I don't think the one family that made Ubisoft is gonna be around for that, because they're the primary source of the reason why this whole thing fell in the first place. So I would like Western developers to make great games for gamers, but if China can do it better, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, that's it for me. Thanks so much for joining me. I will see you guys later. I'm gonna play some KCD 2. Y'all take care now. Peace.